Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Woman killed at wedding in Negril identified. The woman shot and killed at the wedding in Negril, Westmoreland on Saturday, has been identified as 28-year-old Roshana Senior, data entry clerk at Kingsville in Hanover. Two photographers were also injured after gunmen opened fire at the wedding's bridal party at She's Hotel in Negril. Reports are that about 6:15 p.m., Sina was among the bridal party taking photographs when armed men traveling on motorcycle gained access to a neighboring beach property and opened fire on the wedding party through the pier fence of the resort, hitting Sina and two other photographers. The police were summoned, and upon arrival, the wounded persons were rushed to a medical facility in the area where two photographers were treated and Sina was pronounced dead. 63-year-old man killed in Hanover house fire. The Kingsville Police in Hanover are carrying out investigations to determine the origin of a fire which left a 63-year-old man dead and sections of a house destroyed in the community on Sunday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as Connor Somerville, unemployed of Kingsville. It is reported that about 12:30 p.m., fire was seen coming from Somerville's room on the ground floor of a family house in the community. Residents reached the scene and managed to put out the fire. Somerville's charred remains were found under the rubble. Alleged violence producer killed in St. James. A man the police say is a well-known violent producer was shot and killed in Matterfoot district in St. James on Sunday afternoon. He has been identified as 30-year-old Ron Barrett, otherwise called Manny Boy, unemployed, of Mafuto. The police say about 5:45 p.m., Barrett was among a group of persons at a shop in Mafuto when he was pounced upon by armed men and shot multiple times. He died on the spot. Investigators say Barrett was released from prison in 2020, where he served 10 years after being convicted on rape and illegal possession of firearm charges. They say since his return, he has come under investigation for murder and several shootings in his community. Golden apologizes for offensive comments about labor rights. Opposition leader Mark Golden on Sunday afternoon apologized for an offensive comment he recently made towards supporters of the governing Jamaica Labour Party JLP. Golden, who was addressing a meeting of the National Executive Council NEC of the opposition's People's National Party PNP at Calabar High School in St. Andrew, said he should not have made the comment. The PNP president, who called JLP supporters damn fool, suggested that annoyance led to the remark which he made during a PNP organized protest in the St. Andrew South Eastern constituency 2 Thursdays ago. He said the comment was made after noting that PNP was being blamed for industrial action taken by some public sector workers and for interruptions to Prime Minister Andrew Holness's budget debate presentation because of a faulty microphone and power problems at Garden House. I said something when me shouldn't did say it that way. I said I'm a damn fool. Me shouldn't did say that. I apologize, said Golden at the NEC meeting. What I meant to say is that is totally ridiculous. I should have said totally ridiculous. So sorry for the damn fool comment. I didn't mean to cause no offense to nobody. You see, in politics, when you're in a position, you have to try to elevate the thing. If I hurt anybody's feeling, I'm sorry. Me never mean that. I was just commenting on how totally ridiculous it was, he added. Mobe bus park manager wants police to address loitering. Vince Young, manager at Montego Bay Transport Center, is calling on the leadership of the St. James Police to create a special police unit to address student loitering in both the transport center and on the streets of the western city. According to Young, despite the efforts of principals across the region who recently visited the transport center as a group to get a first-hand view of the loitering, the students continue to be nonchalant in defense of the effort to get them to go off to school in a timely manner in the mornings and not to hang around the center in the afternoons. Most mornings, or should I say every school morning, we have the same situation, said Young. I think we should have some school police, have some police come into the park by 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. They'll be doing police duties, yes, but they'll be paying special attention to students as it relates to going to school. I think that would solve the problem, have police in the park in the morning and have them instruct the students Direct them in terms of transportation. We need some school police, added Young. During the month of January, the principals of high schools across St. James launched an anti-student loitering program, but according to Young, the initiative only lasted a few days and now the students are back to their old ways. Well, I would say that in the first week, it looked a little improved, but following that, we still had the same problem, said Young. Things have gone back to where it was before. Young said the police officers who now operate inside the park are not able to handle the loitering issue alongside their regular duties because of the large number of students, so he thinks the way to handle the situation is to have a dedicated team to handle only loitering. Just this morning, police had to intervene in students' affairs in terms of having them take vehicles that they normally would not take, said Young. They would be waiting for special vehicles, especially the Hopewell High School students, and there were some altercation in the park, and the police intervened and put them on taxis and buses to just get them out of the park. Like Young, Dale Bingham, who drives a coaster van that transports students from Montego Bay to Lucy, support the idea of having a police unit to address loitering. He would also like to see action taken against those transport operators who facilitate students in discipline. Most of the students don't drive on my bus because they don't really love the bus that has too much discipline, stated Bingham. The police need to lock up the driver who encourages bad behavior by the students and lure them to their vehicle with dirty music and having girls sitting in boys' laps. Burn unit being developed at Conroe Regional Hospital. Clinical coordinator at the Western Regional Health Authority, Dr. Delroy Free, says a burn unit is being developed at the Conroe Regional Hospital, CRH. He said the unit is among a wide range of expanded and new services to be provided at the hospital. Dr. Free was speaking at a town hall meeting to update the public on the rehabilitation of Conroe Regional Hospital held at the Montego Bay Civic Center in St. James on March 23rd. A burn unit is a specialized facility that provides advanced care and treatment for patients with severe burns. Dr. Frey noted that the old hospital building had a dedicated service in the intensive care unit for burn units, which will now be re-established. In the past, we had a great plastic surgeon who has developed the protocols that are concerned with that. What we need now is a physical facility to implement such a unit, and that is on the drawing board and will be implemented, he said. Meanwhile, the clinical coordinator said following the completion of renovation work, the hospital is set to provide an array of 35 Type A medical services, up from 27. We are going to get a renewed maternal high dependency unit with 10 beds, and our internal medical area will now have 4 high dependence beds. We will have a new ophthalmology suite and operating theater, Dr. Free added. We will have an expanded cardiology unit, a central sterilized service department, increased imaging service in collaboration with the Western Children Adolescent Hospital, and will now have magnetic resonance imaging service at CRH, he added. Dr. Frey informed that some of the services will have partially introduced even as the hospital operates in relocate spaces to facilitate the upgrade of the main building. We have a specialist in infectious disease and a microbiologist on staff. We have a fetal-maternal specialist who we sent for training at the university, and there is a gynecologist in training, as well as we look forward to getting a trained endocrinologist to join the service, he explained. Additionally, Dr. Frey disclosed that patients will be able to access free colonoscopic service as soon as rehabilitated hospital becomes operational. Every single person, it does not matter what problems you have, once you are over 45 of age, you should have a colonoscopy done. In the private sector, having this done will run you about $65,000. We want to put in a suite where our public patient will be able to access this service at the Conroe Regional Hospital for free, the clinical coordinator revealed. The scope of work for the redevelopment of the hospital is projected to cost approximately $14.1 billion. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.